Charles Spurgeon at the Metropolitan Tabernacle, 365 Sermons Devotional for Tuesday, March 31st, 2020. Divine Gentleness Acknowledged. From Psalm chapter 18, verse 35, the key verse says, "Your gentleness has made me great." The suggested further reading is from Deuteronomy chapter 8, verses 11 through 20. Mr. Spurgeon says this: there are several readings of this text. The word is capable of being translated, "Your goodness has made me great." David saw much of benevolence in God's actions towards him, and he gratefully ascribed all his greatness not to his own goodness, but to the goodness of God. Your providence is another reading, which is indeed nothing more than goodness in action. Goodness is providence in embryo. Providence is goodness fully developed. Goodness is the bud of which providence is the flower, or goodness is the seed of which providence is the harvest. Some render it your help, which is but another word for providence. Providence being the firm ally of the saints, aiding them in the service of the Lord. Some learned annotators tell us that the text means, "Your humility has made me great." Your condescension may perhaps serve as a comprehensive reading, combining the ideas which we have already mentioned, as well as that of humility. It is God's making himself little which is the cause of our being made great. We are so little that if God should manifest his greatness without condescension, we should be trampled under his feet. But God, who must stoop to view the skies and bow to see what angels do, bends his eye yet lower and looks to the lowly and contrite and makes them great. While these are the translations which have been given to the adopted text of the original, we find that there are other readings altogether, as for instance, the Septuagint, which reads, "Your discipline, your fatherly correction, has made me great," while the Chaldee paraphrase reads, "Your word has increased me." Still, the idea is the same. David ascribes all his own greatness to the condescending goodness and graciousness of his Father in heaven. I trust we all feel that this sentiment is echoed in our hearts. For further consideration, we should rejoice in the Lord Jesus Christ, in his gentleness, 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Goodness, Acts chapter 10, verse 38. Help, Hebrews chapter 4, verses 14 and 16. And humility, Philippians chapter 2, verse 8. As the result of these attributes, God has done great things for us. Psalm chapter 126, verses 2 through 3. Matthew chapter 12, verse 29. Luke chapter 8, verses 39. And 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 9. Taken from sermon number 683 from April 1st, 1866.